Hi. I'm still in Cuenca. Mark and I are still in Cuenca. So I wanted to have a little confession vlog because if any of you have been following all the things that we've been doing, we've never really stayed in place so long yet. So tonight's gonna be our 5th night in Cuenca. I'm actually in my bike gear. I guess it's hard to tell. But anyways, we thought we were gonna leave today. The reason for which we're staying, other than the fact that Cuenca is really awesome, I love it. I love walking around here. Some people choose to live here. There's a lot of expatriates that come to live to Cuenca because it's perfect, because it has perfect weather, because it's beautiful, because it's safe, anyways. So, but that's not the only reason we stayed here. We stayed because how should I say, as per my usual self, I forgot something in Chugchilan, which, if you've been following, Chugchilan is a tiny remote village which we climbed up some mountains with rough terrain and no asphalt and everything to get there, and I forgot my iPod there. So that was 2 weeks ago, if you've been following. So anyways, we actually figured it out like the day after, because the day after was the day we went on horseback riding, and then we got to Quilatoa. So what I think happened is that we packed up our stuff really quickly because we needed to get all of our bikes and all of our panniers onto the truck, which was going to bring our bikes to Quilatoa while we went on horseback riding. So I probably left it on a windowsill. Anyway, so once we figured out that I'd forgotten it there, the morning after, I was trying to call the hostel. We had 2 numbers. We even had the number for the hostel right across, but I don't know what was wrong with the hostel where we were, because first of all, they weren't very helpful. They weren't really helping us. They were just saying, oh, the number's disconnected, the number doesn't work. They were like, I was trying over and over again because it's a local number, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I was just trying to call, and there was no answer on any of the 3 numbers. It's 2 numbers for Mama Hilda, which is the hostel we stayed at in Chugchilan, and then there was also a number for, as I said, the hostel right next door. Like, they could have asked, like, is there a problem with the cell phone number, whatever. It just would have been a way, Even one of the guys at the hostel, like, I don't know if he was the owner or something, he lent me his cell phone, but I think he did it very, like, I don't know, in an uncaring way, because when I tried to dial it, it said something like, the subscription you have doesn't include calls to this number. So I was like, was there really a point? Like, these people aren't really trying to help me. So anyways, we were kind of disgruntled about that, and there was no internet there, so I couldn't send him an email right away. But we had some friends, Drew and Julie, and Richard and Drew's sister, who I can't remember his name, who were really awesome, and they were like, yeah, we're heading down there today, so we can ask them, and then they were planning on going back down along the Pan American to Latacunga, to Baños. It would have been easy to meet up with them later on if they could have gotten a hold of it. So they asked, and apparently the owners said that they didn't have it. So I don't know, I guess they didn't trust them or whatever. So when Julie sent me an email and she was like, no, they said they didn't have anything, I had already sent an email to Jorge, who was the guy who we actually had a lot of good discussions together there at the hostel in Chugchilan. So I was like, yeah, for sure he's gonna remember us. We were on bikes and everything. So I sent him an email, and so after I got Julie's email, I was kind of like, oh, whatever, it's a lost cause kind of thing. But then Jorge replies something like, oh, we have an aparato, we have something anyways, it wasn't very clear, and he says, okay, we need to go to Quito to confirm that it's yours. And I was like, no, we're not going back to Quito. I think by the time we received this, we were in Baños, and we'd gotten there on bicycle, so we'd bike down Ambato and then down to Baños, and we were planning on taking the jungle route, Puyo, Macas, and then to come back up to Cuenca here. So I kept telling him, we're going to be in Cuenca in 3 or 4 days, then we can try to figure it out from there, see what's the best idea to get a hold of it, if we can send someone or whatever. But anyways, there was an exchange of emails, 3 or 4 emails, and he kept saying we need to confirm that it's yours, and please call me and everything. So after a while, I started sending him a photo of an iPod, which was the same color as mine, and I told him what was the inscription on the back of it, because I had gotten it inscribed because it was free when I bought it. Anyways, so, but I mean, it's proof enough that it's mine, because there's not that many lying around kind of thing. So anyways, so needless to say, eventually he did confirm that he's got it, And by that time we were here in Cuenca or Macas, but then we got to Cuenca today and then, or like 4 days ago, and we have to figure out like, okay, how are we gonna get it here to Cuenca? Like Chugchilan is such a small village. They may have a post office, but like there's not much, you know, like, I mean, they don't even have I don't know. It's just a small village. They have, you know, a tienda. They have a small place where you can buy a bit of food and stuff, but it's not, it doesn't have many services. So when he kept saying like, oh, I gotta go to Quito, I was like, there's no way we're going to Quito, because Quito is 12 hours bus from Cuenca. Like, it doesn't seem that long, but it's the mountains, and they have good buses. They have great bus services, but it's just long to get there because the bus drivers, like, they drive safely. They don't drive like 100,000 kilometers an hour. So anyway, so we were really thinking that was out of the question. So when we got to Cuenca, we told the people at our hostel, who are really, really cool. They're super sympathetic. The old man in particular has blue eyes, and he's so cute. We just like want to adopt him. But anyways, so we told them like, yeah, we have this thing we have to go get in Cuenca, in Chugchilan. And they were like, where's that? Yeah, exactly. It's that small. No one's heard of it, you know? They're like, oh, it's near Quilatoa. So then they know, because Quilatoa is like a touristic destination, so a lot of people know about that. So anyways, so we had like kind of two options. Mark and I were leaning towards renting a car and going to get it, because it would be like the fastest way, and we don't want to lose a lot of time because anyways, that's another story. But we realized that we're kind of short on time here in Ecuador, that we're spending a bit too much time kind of taking in the sights and stuff. So when we told the owners about it, they were like, oh, like we'll give them a call and see if it's possible to send it in. So we were like, okay, whatever. So she called, and we were able to understand that they were going to be in Quito on Saturday, because there was, apparently it's absolutely impossible to send it from Chugchilan. That's what she said. Like, there's the buses that leave there are not really big tourist buses. They're mostly like small buses that the local people take at 4 a.m. so that they can be down in the city for 8 to sell their products. So it's not very well organized, and we would have been scared to lose our stuff. Anyways, they didn't even offer to send it from Chugchilan. They were really like, no, we have to get it to Quito. Okay, so they were going to Quito on Saturday, and this was, I think, Thursday when they told us that, okay, well, you can get it on possibly Sunday, which is today. So we made the decision to kind of wait around in Cuenca, and it's been kind of leaning really heavily on us, because as the days go by, we're kind of looking at our itinerary. And I mean, this has been the good thing about it, because we've had a lot of time and rapid internet service to check out what's our next move, how are we going to approach Peru, the border crossing, but also what type of trajectory we want to get, because we need to get to Cusco for the 16th. So anyways, I'm gonna let Mark write that down, because we did have to make a lot of tough decisions in regards to that, but our stay in Cuenca definitely gave us the time to think about all of that. So anyways, so my iPod should be arriving today at 11, hopefully, and like Luis and I said, I'm gonna make sure to tie it down and not forget it anywhere else. So anyways, it's the reason for which we're in Cuenca, and we're gonna try to make the best of it. Today's Sunday, so we're on top of not having my iPod yet, we thought we were gonna have it in the morning and be able to leave, but it's already like 10 o'clock, and we have 86 kilometers to do on our first day towards Loja. So it's just stupid. We should just leave early in the morning tomorrow and have a good day of it, not like be pissed off and having a hard time and feeling the pressure to, because sun sets at 6 o'clock no matter what you do. If you leave at 10, you've got that many less hours. So anyway, so we're not leaving today, and just gonna make the best out of the fact that it's Sunday. So we might go check out the markets in the nearby villages, or maybe go check out some mass or something. Anyway, so that was my little confession moment. Bye.